Hello! Welcome to another episode of Alitza's Awesome Advice. Today, we will be talking about college debt, how it affects students, and how you can avoid it. So you may be wondering, why should I care? Education has been of the utmost importance throughout the history of the United States, and along with that, a higher education in college or university. However, tuition fees continually skyrocket each year, making higher education less and less affordable for American families, especially as the gap between the rich and the poor continues to grow. This in turn has forced students into borrowing money in the form of student loan to pay for their education. Unfortunately, in this bad economy, it's gotten increasingly more difficult to find a job after graduating with a degree and to pay off student debt. This also increases the pressure for students to do well. Many students spend years, even decades, paying off student debt. Some don't finish paying off the debt until they're in their 40s or 50s. And this is because the entire higher education thing has turned into a business more than a service to students. It's because bankers encourage people to borrow beyond their means, and in the end, the banks are the ones who wins because they get all the interest, and the colleges all the tuition. But the students struggle to pay off the debt. This has become a major and widespread problem in the United States, and indeed, one that should be avoided at all costs. First of all, students have a hard time finding jobs in an economy wherein people are taking pay cuts. Second of all, student debt holds them back from spending money, which is something that drives the American economy. Third of all, this alters their plans for the future. Now they can no longer afford to buy their own place, start a family, or do things that people their age typically would, all due to the fact that they have so much debt they simply cannot afford it. According to the American Student Assistance Organization, nearly 20 million Americans attend college each year. Of that 20 million, about 60%, or 12 million students, borrow annually to help cover the costs of their higher education. There are about 27 million student loan borrowers who have yet to pay off their debt today. According to ABC News, the total value of national student debt is significantly greater than the total car debt and credit card debt, weighing in at a total of over $1 trillion. To make matters worse, Congress has passed legislation that says you can't even escape student debt through bankruptcy, and according to the New York Times, wages for college graduates have gone down 15% since year 2000 because of the recession. Add on income tax, and you can see why it is a tremendous challenge to pay off student debt. This has proven detrimental to students, so here are some tips on how to avoid student debt. 1. Consider going to state schools or community college. It may seem like a deflation of your ego, but it will help you save lots of money in the long run. Why graduate with lots of debt? After you finish your major or undergrad, you can transfer to a more prestigious institution. 2. Apply for miscellaneous and obscure scholarships that few people know about. You'd be surprised how many scholarships are available out there that few people talk about. Apply for or join a program that can help pay for your college, or join a college prepay program. That way, even if college tuition prices do go up, you've already paid. 4. Save up all the money you get to help fund your college education. Every little bit you get from holidays and birthdays and other special events in your life. However little it may seem to be, it'll still be helpful. If you are going to borrow, then you should consider the following. Don't borrow beyond your means. Consider how much your post-college paycheck will be per month, and make sure that it is more than the amount you'll have to pay back for the debt. Make sure you are applying to the school that best fits your needs. It's not about the name, it's about what the job you'd like to pursue requires, and it might not be an Ivy League education. 3. Manage your money well. Future employers will see your credit score, and this could avoid you from getting your dream job. Don't let credit card companies entice you into overspending because you're buying on credit. Because credit isn't cash. It is what you owe the bank. Don't sign a contract for a phone plan, as this could show up on your credit card bill and rack up a huge amount of cost in your credit card debt. And why have credit card debt when you're still trying to pay off college debt? 5. And last but not least, pay your bills either electronically or through automatic payment, because the way you pay your bills accounts for 35% of your credit score, and if you want to keep it a good credit score, this is one of the best ways to do that. So these are the tips that I would like to give you. Hope they're helpful. This concludes our weekly episode of Alitza's Awesome Advice, and be sure to tune in next week for advice on college applications.